of Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet. Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away.
Allen Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. All right, good afternoon and welcome to the Coach Murray Show. It's senior week. I'm Adam Bell along with head coach Russ Murray. Huge win Friday night, Coach. You talked about it last week during the halftime of the B-team game we were doing. Now, that was a must win, and boy, the kids really came together Friday night.
Yeah, we seems like we had to win it 2 or 3 times, but that the kids responded. They've battled all year. We've been in some tight games. Starting off with McIntosh, and they responded well. They fought to the end, and I'm super proud of them for sure.
It felt like it was a playoff atmosphere over there. They had senior night and homecoming at the same time.
They sure did. They had both of them all at once. Their coach was like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry about this." They wanted us to get off the field at 6:45. He said, "I'm not getting off at 6:45." I said, "Well, I won't worry about it either." And so we were able to get our warm-ups and stuff, and maybe that took a lot out of them. I don't know, but it was definitely. It was a playoff game because whoever wins that one, that game is kind of in the driver's seat for the 4th spot.
Yeah.
It's still all not done and settled, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We've got to beat ATCO this Friday to be 4th overall, with no doubt.
We'll be the 4 seed with a win.
Yeah, if we mess around and lose, then we're tied with ATCO because they'll have 2 wins because they beat Turner, and we've only got 2 wins, Clinch and Lanier, and then whoever wins the ball game over there, I think they may be playing Lakeland. I don't know. They might be playing Homeville against, Lanier and Clinch. They would be tied as well, So we control our own destinies, you might say, with this one. But this is definitely a must-win game for sure for us to have the 4th spot, or we'll be playing a mini playoff kind of game next week. So we don't want to have to do that for sure.
There was a lot happening Friday night. But the easiest scenario is if we take care of business, we're done.
Oh, that's exactly right. If we win, we're going to some place like Wilcox, an old region foe. So we don't know for sure, but that's probably who it'll be because I think they're going to win that region.
I'm getting a ton of feedback out of my hearing aid. Are you hearing that? Are you hearing that squealing?
No.
I'm getting inside. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the show. That's giving me a headache.
It is what it is.
Coach, I've got some highlights. I know you've got stats and over there I want to talk about. So much happened Friday night. Man, it was crazy. The whole thing was crazy.
Yeah, there was a ton of stuff that went on for sure.
But I think also one of the interesting stats to me Friday night was that was the most points we scored this season, I believe. I know we had 40 on Long County, right?
That's right. We scored 42, so, yeah, that's right.
So 42 would have been the most, I think.
Well, it's got to seem like a ton of points because, ever since the Clinch game, we scored 35 against them. Ever since the Clinch game, we played didn't score. We didn't do well at all against Turner. We were 13. We should have possibly scored more than that, more than the 7 points we scored against them. But then we played, the number 1 and 2 team in the state. Not making any excuses, but they were pretty doggone good. It kept us in check, and so it had to for most people seem like it was just a scoring whatever. I don't know what kind of adjective you put on it or adverb or whatever. We just scoring at will, That had to seem like a lot of points, and it was, and it felt good to be able to do that.
It was a real exciting game. I know you had to have been pulling your hair out over there with some things going on.
Well, the thing is, I don't have any hair, so what little bit I got left turned gray for sure. I was at a loss for words several times, and we'll see on this third highlight you got their second attempt at the 2-point conversion. After that first attempt, I'd walked out on the field, and I was like, what am I going to say? I mean, I didn't know what to say,
You're talking about the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, the first one.
Let me throw that up real quick if you don't mind while you're talking about it.
All right, the first one.
Go ahead, you keep talking
and anyway,
about it.
I just, they had called it a pass interference, which I don't believe it was, and you could see he was out in front of him. But anyway, so they give him another chance, a yard and a half up. And, we're 1.5 yards away from losing this thing if they got it in. And I was about almost ready, I guess, to get kicked out of my first game, but there wasn't no sense in that. I try to tell the kids, you gotta meet adversity in the face. You can't, whatever road you take, you want to take that road that, roll over and die. You just want to try to meet adversity in the face. And I, I had to be strong for them too. And I said, all right, let's go, boys, let's go. And they were able to do it. So, yeah, we played that clip.
Which we played that one?
The 2-point conversion, the one we stopped them on. We start off with that one. I know we were going to start.
Oh, the last one toward the end?
The last
one at the end? Yes, sir. I got that right here. Here we go.
And you can see, if you would play it a couple of times, you can see that we keep running through. As right. We were all stuffed up there, our middle guys, Gage Renfro and Assad Akbar, really stuffed the middle, and the guy had to take it over to the right side, our defensive left, and 7, Darion Jones, came in and grabbed him and held him back. That quarterback was not a little kid. He wasn't that tall, but he was stout. I think he plays baseball too, and he's a pretty good baseball, I believe, player. But we held him, and you can see Coach Phillips and myself going, no, on that highlight. But it was, by far the biggest play of the year for sure. And I was excited that we were able to, that takes a lot for your kids to get up and stop a play like that when the game's on the line, and then for them to have to do it 2 times in a row. That says a lot about their fortitude inside, and I'm super, super proud of those guys for sure.
And that was actually their second attempt.
That's right.
For that onside kick. I mean, I briefly showed the first attempt, and I still don't know why there was a flag on that one.
Well, I don't know. I'll tell you, we'll talk about that last kickoff. A lot of people's been asking me about that after they scored and didn't get 2-point conversion. There was 20 seconds left. The game's not really over. They can get an onside kick, which I don't know how many they tried, 75. I don't know how many they tried the other night. I know it was at least 3 onside kicks. If they get it back, they have a chance to score, and they scored. I don't know. They threw for 200-something yards on us the other night. But anyway, a guy jumped off sides before the ball was kicked, and that is a dead ball foul. Yeah. And there wasn't anything we could do about that. We couldn't claim where it went out because the ball is essentially dead whenever that guy is offsides, just like offsides when you're running from scrimmage. If the offensive team moves first, it's dead. You can't. You cannot.
Okay.
And when you have illegal procedures, sometimes they won't stop the play. And I've seen this happen before. Like say they're running a play and they're like a reverse or something, and they pit or a quick pitch or something. The ball goes on the ground and the defense gets it. Well, by rule, if they call legal, it's a dead ball foul. The ball actually, I don't know why they would not have thrown the penalty, but the ball's dead, so the defense can't recover. And that's the same thing that happened the other day. The other night, they called that guy offsides, and they had to back him up and re-kick it. I don't know if you could see me on the camera, but if people saw me in the stands, I was like, no, we want to decline it. You can't decline it, Coach. And that's why they got to kick that last time.
Okay. I want to go back to it was 35-21. They were you could kind of almost feel like Lanier was gaining a little bit of momentum, and I think this touchdown right here is what sealed it for us, other than obviously our defense making that goal line stand.
This is
onside kick right in front of you.
Well, I wished it was in front of me, but it was on the other side of the field. But Dalton Brantley there, he's one of the fastest kids we have on the team. He plays some A receiver for us, and he plays on all the special teams, or a lot of them, and that spot there. And he just, he was a guy stepping up, and he made –
that was a fantastic play.
He made a great play. The opportunity presented itself to him. And what I like about that, running again,
yes,
is at the end of it, watch how excited the kids are. Man, I love watching our kids get excited for each other. You can see them running up on the field like this. You can see them come from the sideline. You can see Jalen King. He's doing the hell. You can see it on the cast if they go back and look at your cast. He's doing his hands like this. And I love watching them get excited for each other. It shows how much they care about each other. But I'm so proud that Dalton was able to do this. He's one of our seniors. And Dalton hasn't played a lot, and it's just been that way. He comes and works, and there's times in the past, that we wished he'd worked a little bit harder, but it is what it is, and he's found a role on this team, and his roles, he's playing in backups and stuff like that, and making some plays, blocks and stuff like that. But being on our special teams, a lot of people, they're important. I mean, that was the difference in us winning and losing. We got those 6-7 points from, our special teams. And I'm so tickled to death for him on that play. I mean, it was something to watch it. And I said, hey, that's Dalton. That's just Dalton. And, there were several times that, throughout his 4 years that he's like, I don't know if I want to do this. And, no, come on. And, well, I guess you're right, Coach. And I'm glad for him. That he was able to get that touchdown Friday night, and it was something.
Yeah, that was a big play, and all that everything going on around it, man. There was so much excitement. Talk about Lily. We had a little competition with Lily on CSN this week. Recruit Georgia had him on a special play of the week.
Well, yeah, he ran over about two people. Well, he did that 2 or 3 times the other night. Well, he finished with 219 yards rushing, which that was his second total after clinch. I don't remember what he got against it, 247, I think. But, he ran the ball 29 times for, 219 yards, about a 7.6 average, and he scored 3 touchdowns running the ball, and he scored another one on a pass. Jalen's been solid for us all year. Had he not been hurt against Turner, he probably would. I'm trying to get his overall stats. Probably one of the leaders in Class A for sure in all the state. I'm trying to get his what is. He's rushed for almost 1,200 yards this year. 1195, which is fantastic for sure. He's got 18 touchdowns, but yeah, he did a good job. And not only was that one highlight, but he had another highlight too that was just
over
that looked about the same. And he's done a good job in the offense, and he'll tell you the offensive line has done a good job creating those creases for him, and I'm happy for him and the offensive line too.
Yeah, that offensive line was getting it done Friday night, too. I know the touchdown pass that kind of got King going, King must have had I don't know, 7 seconds.
Well,
That line did a fantastic job on that play.
They did protect well, and they're doing a good job. They've got better as well. I mean, we're a lot of people, since we run the spread, they say, hey, we are a passing team. Well, we are, but we're a running team, and we only can do that because of our offensive line. And I'm proud about the way those guys have been progressing all year.
I was happy for him Friday night because I know, like you say, these fans around here, we all expect the perfection every week, but he really got his confidence back Friday night throwing that ball. What did he end up with his yardage? And I know he threw a couple of touchdowns. He had to have been somewhere around 200 yards passing, I imagine.
Passing, 406 yards, 2 TDs. He had that long one to Kyler, and then he threw that one to Jalen. So he had 106 yards. But he's only 5 for 10 attempts, but he ran for another 65 yards.
Really? So he had a big night.
A
big night.
Yeah, he did have a big night for sure.
I was happy to see him have a night like that because, we last 3 or 4 weeks prior, Lily been kind of carrying the weight. It was nice to see King have a good night.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell Jalen all the time, the tools he possesses are better or just as good, whatever you want to put on it, of any guy we've ever had here. I've been walking these sidelines, for 27 years, and I've seen the great ones, the guys that put these numbers on behind our back on it, and he's 6'3", 190 pounds, and he's got a cannon for an arm, and if it ever all comes together, he's going to be unstoppable, and I hope he's getting to that point now where it's starting to do that because we're getting where it counts,
We're looking forward to getting on fire again this Friday night. I'm going to take a quick break, Coach, and we'll jump and talk about ATCO and senior night.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Murray Show on the Charlton Sports Network. Four Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral.
Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Hey Indian fans! United First Credit Union has been helping people afford life since 1943. Our free online banking and mobile app make it easy to check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills, and we offer some of the lowest loan rates in town. Joining our credit union is easy. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone, so stop in and experience the credit union difference. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Northwest Folkestone Auto Supply is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sports. For all of your auto and big truck needs, go by and see Sammy and his staff today. They have everything from lawnmower blades to parts for big rigs and heavy equipment. CarQuest Folkestone Auto Supply is located at 4439 2nd Street in Folkestone, Georgia. For all of your parts and accessories, it's CarQuest Folkestone. Go Indians!
Whatever your view on the world's current...
All right, welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. We've got senior night this week, Coach. Big night honoring our seniors this Friday at ATCO. Playoff atmosphere. I mean, it's essentially a playoff game Friday night.
No, it is. Like I mentioned earlier, and, Atkinson, they've beat us the last 2 years. It's been pretty close, and I'm sure they know that if they win, they're in too. So, yeah, it's a big time win, and I'm gonna enjoy us being able to honor our seniors We got 9 of them, and you know, we're going to spotlight them next week. You know who they are, and you know they certainly, you know, they were sophomores. Of course, yeah, I've had them the whole time they've been here because I've been here, but they were sophomores on my I guess my first team as far as being the head coach, and you know they took their lumps with us back in 2019. You know, and I'm glad for them, and that shows their leadership they've had on their part, because there's some good leaders in that group that have pulled us along to go from that 1-9 record to sitting right now at 6-3, and being very close to a chance at the playoffs again. And you know, it's been a lot of work, not just on this football field, but over there at that school in that weight room, and through the halls, just changing the character about some kids and different things. And they are a good group, you know, just as solid as any group that we've ever had come through here. You know, I would, you know, the guys that, you know, will be behind our back here, they're solid, they're good kids, and you know, I'm happy for them, and I hope, you know, they go on and, you know, be great citizens and great dads and great members of their community. I'm sure excited for them.
It's gonna be fun Friday night. I know our Road Warriors showed up big last Friday over in Lanier.
Yeah.
And we need everybody here like that again Friday night. ATCO, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time in a long time they're playing for that playoff spot too, so they're going to come in motivated.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to Coach McGowan. I'll probably give him a call tomorrow. You know, I consider him, you know, a good friend, and we've just kind of texted back and forth about different things. We got a region meeting next Thursday, but yeah, I'm sure I'll talk to him. I know I'll talk to him tomorrow or by Friday, but I'm sure that he's got those guys, you know, just ready to tear into us, you know, because they are like their opportunity's there. You know, their opportunity to make the playoffs is beating us Friday, and of course we got to be just a little hungrier on our side, because if we win, we're outright the 4th seed, and that's certainly what we want. You know. Yeah.
We get the win and we're in, right? We don't have to worry about any crazy scenarios or anything like that.
That's right. We don't have to worry about this who beat who and all this stuff, which we would do if we'd lose. So we just, you know, as they say, I know it's all cliche, but, you know, we can kind of control on destiny at this point. You know, if we win, we can play another week. If not, then we will have to play Monday, and maybe we can play another week. So I hope everybody's able to come out and yell for the boys, because, you know, like I said, you make noise for the boys, and they tend to play a little bit better. And I appreciate all the support that we've had. You know, there was a lot of folks at Lanier. I was pleasantly surprised. And but they, you know, and this community's always been good about supporting the kids. They love the Indians, and I hope they know the Indians love them too. And they play hard. I just told them all week last week, just play for Charlton. You know, play for those Spears, and it'll all work out, and it did, thank goodness.
I know they love these Indians this year, Coach. That's no doubt. If Friday night, even though it's a home game, we're still averaging some fantastic views on CSN. If all goes well Friday night, we're going to bump 100,000 views for the first time ever for CSN for the calendar year.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Well, you know, I think I've been around long enough I can speak for the whole athletic department, even though not the athletic director. We certainly appreciate what you do. I mean, when you went and covered the girls up at Social Circle, I would have loved to have been able to go, but, you know, during football season I couldn't go. And there's a lot of people that couldn't make trips like that, and
I love doing it, but that's not why I bring it up. I bring it up because of the fact of how the fans, and it's a credit to you on football, Coach Marchman, Coach Baxter, baseball, softball, that everybody loves watching this, watching our kids.
My brother,
it's quality product.
You know, my brother graduated from here in '93, and, you know, he went off to West Georgia, played football, and he met his wife, you know, in Carrollton, and he's never come back home. Yeah. And so he's lived up there about as well, longer than he lived in Folkestone. And he watches every time you have something on. Mm-hmm. He watches, and he'll call me, and I'll be at the softball game, helping Ricky up there with the scoreboard, or mainly getting in his way. There's a game, and he checks in, and I'm sure there are a lot of people like that, because there's, a lot of people stayed here in town, but a lot of people moved off, and they really enjoy what you do, and they can. I tell people all the time, and my brother will tell you too. Some of the playing high school football and being in this high school atmosphere was a whole lot better than anything. I mean, he played 4 years up at West Georgia, and he remembers his high school days. And I don't know about the guys we had to play in the pros or play at the University of Georgia. It may be a little bit different, but there's something special about playing at high school, and you bring that platform back to everybody, every week, every season, and I hope you're able to continue to keep doing it.
I've actually looked down on the press box and seen people watching on their phones in the stadium watching on.
Well, I don't know how they do that, but well, I will tell you, our coaches aren't watching, even though they see it with iPads. We did a huddle, but it's not a bad thing to do to see. I watch your show. I watch and see it from a different perspective, because your cameras are a little bit different sometimes, and we can pick up on some things. A lot of times I turn it down, especially when Coach Cruz was doing it. I had to turn it down. He get excited, but that's good too, though. That adds to the whole atmosphere for sure.
Well, what do we? I know we're about to wrap up, but what are we expecting out of ATCO Friday night? Well,
they got a real good quarterback, and he's probably the best athlete on the field, and they're always going to have good running backs that they've had. They got a real good tight end, and they got some big old boys on the line. Number 53, he's a college ball player. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. He can play offense and defense, and he gets after it. The 14's a big kid. He's just like a sophomore, and he's going to be a tough load to block. They're going to play hard. I would be real surprised if they just came over here this side of the swamp to lay an egg. So they're going, it'd be real, it'll be a war, and our kids are battle tested about wars, and
are they more like a throwing team, kind of like Lanier, or more run oriented?
They don't throw as much as Lanier. They're more run oriented.
Okay.
They'll have a power eye. You know what a power eye is?
Yeah.
The old power eye.
I'm that old, Coach.
Now they get no power eye backfield, with an eye with another full, but basically it's two fullbacks, and you'll see some old type school formations that they get in, and it's exciting. I'm gonna be excited. It'll be a little nip in the air. I think it's gonna rain some, but I hope that keeps people still coming. I know we were. It was Wet Ball Wednesday today. We started doing that. Coach Phillips and Coach Lloyd started doing that. Where we take the wet our balls on Wednesday, where we stick them in a bucket and we make the center snap them and the quarterback throw them and the punter punt them, and that seems to help a little bit. So anyway, but
all right, Coach. Friday night, 7:30, senior ceremony at halftime or pregame?
It'll be pregame. They'll start at 7:00, and we got 9 seniors. I don't know how many the band has, and I do not know how many cheerleaders are there either. I know there's 2, but I don't know if they're doing softball, but it's going to start around 7:00. And like I said, next week we'll spotlight all our seniors. We'll try to find a picture of all of them. We'll at least get Miss Rhonda to get a picture of.
We'll be live early for the senior ceremony.
She'll get a picture of each one of them, and we'll talk about them in a few minutes because we need to. I'll talk about them all together real quick. Those kids have been through a lot. I mean, they I can't remember what our record was when Coach back his last year in 2018, but we made the playoffs. Well, it's what it was, and then we lost a lot of guys in 2018. Those guys were just freshmen, and they come in as sophomore, and they're kind of expecting the same thing. And we went 1-9. It was the worst record we've had in years. But those that stayed, that we have, they were here. And they stayed through it all, and I'm so glad they did that because they're I think what we've got now, even in, we region championship or runner-up or not getting host a playoff game, but I think what we've done will be a little bit more special to them because I want them to see, especially when they get older, they reflect, that was a pretty remarkable thing we did because it's their team. This 2021 team is the seniors team. And when they look back, I want Najee and those guys to say, hey, we did a pretty good thing. Gage, we did a pretty good thing. Assad, VJ, we did a good thing. We got Dalton. We got these guys together, a bunch of young guys, and we helped and we made the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I'm so happy for them and happy for the parents and for letting me have them and we'll solo spot them all next week. But I just wanted to just say that about them. I love those guys that appreciate what they done for us.
Oh yeah, well I'll definitely have the senior. It'll be the senior show next week, and hopefully we'll be doing a playoff show as well.
That'd be nice, and we'll be playing. If we do, we'll be playing on a Saturday.
Oh yeah.
So, but we'll talk about that situation next week.
It'll be Saturday week.
I just want to be talking. Yeah, I just want to talk about the 13th. I just want to talk about the playoffs next week.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, sir.
Well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What's the mood in here? They're smiling like we smile when we just talk about.
I mean, we don't talk about it, Emma. We talk about ATCO. We don't talk about we talk about having to win. Yeah, you win the playoffs. Yes, that's but like I was telling you earlier, you text me what time to come, and we were doing this show, if you don't remember, 4:00 on Wednesday afternoons back in the day. The hot and stuff. 4:00. We got through about a little bit before 3 today, and we don't start till when school gets out. We're good to get on the field before 2, and we did get on the field at 1:45. We started stretching today at 1:45, so we were off at 3:00 today. Right. And I told you beat me at 3:30, and that just shows you that we're getting stuff down, and so the mood's pretty positive.
Good deal, Coach. Well, we'll see you on the air early. Well, we won't see you on the air, but we'll see everybody else on the air. And pack Champ Bailey Field Friday night. I mean, it's a playoff game.
Oh, it is, yeah.
I mean, it's a playoff game. So be here, support the tribe, support the seniors, and don't forget you said 7:00 they start.
Yeah, the senior ceremony start at 7. So we'll they won't see the team if you come here at 7. Usually you see us finishing our warm-ups and stuff. We'll be off a little bit before 7. So the seniors only be at 7:00. That's right.
All right. So pack this place early and get a good seat.
That's right.
All right, Coach. I appreciate you as always, man.
Thank you.
Good luck Friday night. I'm excited. I'm ready to cover that one, man.
I mean, you have a lot riding on this too. So one more thing I want to mention.
Go ahead.
I want to thank the band. We got to see them, and I meant to say this earlier, but I forget. My daughter, she's a major at Ellie, and I don't get to see her that much, and I got to see a whole show because they had to perform after the game the other night, and I got to be about from here to the camera from her to watch her, and man, she did a fantastic job.
Yeah, you did.
And I was glad to see that. So, there's a lot of sacrifices we make, and as a coach, I haven't seen my daughter but perform one time. She's a junior, and she's a senior next year. I might have to slip out and see her. But the whole band, Mr. Hersey did a great job Friday, and I'm gonna miss him for. I know we're dragging this on, but I tell you, those guys did a great job. And as soon as the game was over with Friday, I said, I didn't intend us to do the alma mater. I intended on us to do that when they got through playing. I said, go get the band some love. And they went over there, and they're so excited to see our boys. And our boys, they loved watching them perform the other night. And I'm happy for them, for us to get in the playoffs so they can go perform and everybody can see how good a band we have, for sure.
I felt bad. I felt bad Friday night because we were set up on the visitor side.
Yeah.
So the band facing the home side, I couldn't cover them. And I was getting messages. You gonna cover the band? You gonna cover the band?
Well, it happens like that sometimes. Don't worry about that. But I just wanted to say that, and I added on to your show. But I'm sorry about that. But I needed to tell them how much I appreciate Mr. Hersey and Mr. Sloan, what they do.
Well, sure. I'll have the band this Friday night. I promise you that. All right, Coach, I appreciate it. We'll see you Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank y'all for watching the Coach Murray Show. Y'all get there early. Senior ceremony starts at 7 o'clock.
Happenings, there's no denying germs are everywhere. Whether it's coronavirus, the flu, a common cold, or just a stomach virus, contagious sickness is all around, and they each pose a certain risk to both our health and our livelihood. Why not take a safe and affordable step to help reduce those risks? If you want to help protect the spaces you enjoy and the people that enjoy them with you, or if you simply need an extra hand with cleaning, call Rogers Reflections today at 912-496-3343, and don't forget to like us on Facebook.
In your time of need, give Rob Robertson a call at 912-496-7388. Shepherd Robertson Funeral Home says, "Go Indians."
Want a nice backdrop and matching tables for your kid's next birthday party without the hustle and the fuss? Call Karina's Rent-A-Party. She's got you covered. Make your reservations today at 912-390-9288. She also has balloons coming soon. Whistling Dixie Custom Framing, Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunch is served on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local tourist or a real fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffee, and lattes, while we also have train designs on custom t-shirts and unique gifts. Come see us.
Go Indians! From Whistling Dixie.
Say yes to Camry's available all-wheel drive, and say yes to better control. With better control, you have confidence. When you have confidence,
You sound like one of those movie announcer guys.
this is my normal voice. Say yes to Camry.
Toyota, let's go places. Walker Jones Toyota, home of the lifetime warranty. Memorial Drive-In in Waycross and online at walkerjonestoyota.com.
See Stephanie Lovett, owner of Lovett Creations and Catering, LLC, for all your sweet tooth needs. Sweet treats include cupcakes, dessert jars, gourmet sugar cookies, cinnamon sugar pecans, candy apples, and more. Place your order for cakes and pies during the holidays. Catering, meal preps, keto meals, and desserts are also available. Visit Chef Steph's Meal Preps and Lovett Creations and Catering, LLC on Facebook.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Okefenokee Sportsman is locally owned by Fred and Rawling Coley, who have loyally served the people of Folkestone, Georgia, and surrounding counties for 17 years. Hunting and fishing supplies, as well as live bait, are our specialties. Join us on Saturday, October the 10th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to mix and mingle with vendors from the hunting industry and enjoy live music from Matt Knowles. Local, loyal, and laid back, Okefenokee Sportsman.
Whistling Dixie Custom Framing, Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunch is served on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local tourist or a real fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffee, and lattes, while we also have train designs on custom t-shirts and unique gifts. Come see us.